twice in one day. How exciting. I've washed up, done a bit of hoovering, got another cup of tea. This one's only an hour and a half, so we're done for 5:30. Hey, that's good, isn't it? Still like the rest of the evening to go. Right, so we're doing Saturday night, Sunday morning. This is on Sky Cinema. That's what I recorded it from anyway. Just do a little drink there. So, number 3 at 5. Let's just crack on with it. I'm not expecting any viewers. I'm not expecting anyone to say hello at all. It's just me and you, baby. Okay, so wasn't creepy at all, was it? Anyway, Saturday night, Sunday morning, 1960. In the late 1950s and early 1960s, British cinema turned to social realism, usually dealing with stirrings of rebelliousness or aspirations of betterment among clever, articulate, embittered working-class youngsters, like me. Almost all of these films are taken from works by angry young men, playwrights and novelists like John Osborne, Look Back in Anger, John Brain, Room at the Top, and Stan Burstall, A Kind of Loving. Alan Stilwell's book, Saturday Night and Sunday Morning, became the best of these films, though the direction of Carol Rice, R-E-I-S Z, isn't free from a sort of sentimental inclination to the picturesque that often came about when Cambridge-educated filmmakers trekked to the north to make slag heaps look like alien landscapes and to spy on the strange behaviour of pub-going factory workers in Nottingham. The strength of the film is in Stilwell's voice. What I'm out for is a good time, all the rest is propaganda. And the delivery of this dialogue by Albert Finney, making a terrific first impression as Arthur Seaton, the grumbling, virile hedonist who bristles with indignation in the workplace and cuts loose in his off hours. The title implies the process of taming that has traditionally grown down. The title implies the process of taming that has traditionally grown down Arthur's class with the high living of drunkenness and sexual excess on Saturday night, paid for on Sunday morning, with being confined into a respectable marriage and new home. Coffined. The film shows how Arthur's father, Frank Pettit, has been reduced to staring at the television and how most of his slightly older friends, notably the one he cuckolds, are on their way to being trapped. Arthur comes out of a relationship with a married woman, Rachel Roberts, by being lured into an engagement with a pretty but conventional girl, Shirley Ann Field, but he's still resolving to keep throwing stones and breaking windows. Though, like many films in this cycle, Saturday Night and Sunday Morning tends to indulge in a proletarian machismo that verges on misogyny. For Arthur, all women are traps. Roberts, in a role similar to that taken by Simone Signoret in Room at the Top, expresses a real pain that provides an alternative reading of Arthur's rebellion. I take a tip from the fishes, never bite unless the bait's good. I won't get married till I'm good and ready. Arthur Seaton, Albert Finney. The shop floor scenes were shot in a former munitions factory where Alan Stilwell had himself worked. There we go. So, let's get on with it then. Let's cross it off the list. If we are ready, which I'm not really, but if we're ready in 10,
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and play.
Here we go. Starting with a lovely MGM Raw. Bryanston presents. I thought it said Branston presents for a minute, and I was a little worried, I must admit. So we're starting on the shop floor. Love a bit of Albert Finney. When I was younger, I used to get confused between young Albert Finney and young Brian Cox. Or old Albert Finney and old Brian Cox, to be fair. So he's Manchester, isn't he, Albert Finney? 950 bloody five. Now, Albert Finney, I reckon's in his 20s here. Looks clearly in his 40s. It's very theatrical already. It feels like I'm watching a play already. The narration's very different to Laura earlier on today. E is in loads of stuff. Doesn't help, does it? So I'm assuming all these extras in this factory actually work there. Like how he's working at a munitions factory, but he can have a fag at his workstation. All the rest is propaganda. Which is, of course, is how Northerners have a really good look, having a propaganda. It starts like every single one of these films was going to start. If you're going to make a piss take of these films, this is exactly how you do it. Black and white, and introducing Hilda Baker to films, surely. She's been on TV forever. It's Stilito, not Stilto, which is what I was saying before. That fella I said's in everything was Brian Pringle, I think. Again, it looks great. The black and white looks great on it. Harry Saltzman. This is 1960s. This is 2 years before Saltzman was producing Bond. These backyards look like the backyards in Belfast. In fact, the black and whiteness and the street looks like it's Belfast as well. There's a good double bill. Saturday night, Sunday morning in Belfast. Inside the houses look the same. It's all mamming. You're right, mam. Do you want your money? Include something good for your tea as soon as it's Friday night. Everything else is crap. Oh, another great soundtrack. It's been a good day today so far. Don't think much of his quiff. So this is like working class Alfie, right? That's a famous scene, him running down the street like that. I mean, bloody hell, that could be Wigan now. It's Peter Sallis. So Peter Sallis, of course, for anyone who watches it afterwards or whatever, is most famous, I reckon, for playing Norman Clegg in Last of Summer Wine, but internationally famous for being the voice of Wallace in Wallace and Gromit. And that's what's his face. Oh. Want money? What do you want if you don't want gold? Wish you wanted my love, baby. He's in. He died youngish. He's like the millionaire fella on the boat on Evil Under the Sun. I want to say Colin someone. He hardly aged, then died quite well, 50s. He can't drink his pint, so he's upset. Proper bloody working men's club. Very good drunk acting from Albert Finney here. It's his sweaty face that does it. You go. Dripped it on Peter Sallis. There you go. We've all fallen downstairs. That's one of the most realistic drunk acting drunks I've ever seen, I think. I wish you wanted my love, baby. That's from my one person who's watching there. Hey. It's a nice shot with the mirror there in the background. Do 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 do. It could be. It could be any street in Wigan. That any street in Lee. He wasn't too drunk not to fold his pants up. Doobity dooby doo doo. Since I last went live, I updated my operating system on my Mac, and everything's changed. So all the background's changed. All the menus now look more like an iPad menu, which is great because things are similar. But I was like confused when I was setting up. Liars don't prosper, as Rishi Sunak becomes our latest prime minister. You're lovely, Brenda. That was wonderful pillow talk. Oh dear. Have we had any announcements yet on which shills are going to be in the cabinet? Bloody hell. Hunt stays and Dominic Raab's back. Deputy Prime Minister and Justice Secretary. Well, there we go. Oh no. Suella Braverman's just arrived at number 10. So she had to resign last week because she used her private email to send um, government documents, but she's back this week. Craziness. Ooh, bloody hell. Here's Hilda Baker. It's absolutely full of recognisable actors. One of my mum's favourites, Hilda Baker. You can't beat a bitter bully. Right, who is it I'm looking at here? It is Brian Pringle, the fellow I said was in everything. Hey. It's Colin Blakely, the guy who I said was in Evil Under the Sun, who died quite early. Who's that? I doubt he'd be this far down. I would too. Who is it? Oh, it's Bert. Whoever's playing Bert. Be that far down. Norman Rossington. It's because his picture looks nothing like. Here we are, Sally Ann Field. Have a drink, duck. She's in Peeping Tom as well, which is on the list. Of course, she's in Alfie. Just talking to this bloke I know. It's such a particular type of acting and a particular type of film. It could almost be a documentary. Of course, she only goes on Wednesdays. It's bloody Orange Wednesdays, isn't it? Should bring back Orange Wednesdays. A cockard rent collector. The music, the jazz soundtrack reminds me of something else. It has like a. The jazz soundtrack's almost like a comedy film. Do 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 boo do do. He wears his watch on his wrist. You know what I mean? We all wear a watch on his wrist inside. There's lots of northern bastards going on in this. Tell you what, the Foley artist there did some wonderful sound effects on that fishing line. I've got to remember that I've not letterboxed Laura from earlier on. Do that now before I forget. Work tomorrow, me and all. Are we just gonna? Are we just getting Saturdays and Sundays? Is that what we're gonna get? That cat's dead. No. Well, that rat's definitely dead. That the cat's caught. Why is he sticking a rat up his jumper? A dead rat. Where's he going to put that? Dirty bastard. Just handled a dead rat, shoved it in his shirt, and now he's combing his hair. Galloping dog rot. T'others. Now he's eating his butty after he's just slapped a dead rat on. Bit of a red. You should check the CCTV. Oh, hang on. Do you know? I was just thinking how much young Albert Finney looks like Ewan McGregor, and of course, Ewan McGregor played young Albert Finney in Big Fish. I mean, it's not even that long ago. This, I mean, it is obviously it's 60 odd years, but this is how this is how my grandma and Nan lived. Do you know what I mean? We might be able to get a television set, then you won't be able to go out as much. You won't have to go out as much. There you go. That's why I don't go out. This is 6 years before Alfie. Of course you don't. I got a message then about turning down some settings. But I think we're alright. We're still alright. Loving each other. Oh dear. Oh no. Now to strike about. I just don't believe the Northern. He's drunk that crap pint quick. It was Pillar Talk they were watching. See you next Wednesday. Dee, dee, beep, beep, beep. Should I have another cup of tea? £14 he's just earned. Good lad, I'll get you some toffees, cup of tea. Too busy watching it, not talking. Oh. Go on. Dee. Nuts. He's already been round for his tea. There you go. How'd you know you're pregnant? Hello! I was in a version of this plane. No, no, I've never been in a kitchen sink drama. How you feeling? Is it drafty? But it feels really different, right? I bet they are. No, that's true. Can't hide it. Hilda Baker's brilliant in this. Oh. Where's my nut gone? Got it. There we go. I think you forget how shocking this must have been. Or how much it must have reflected people's lives as well. Usually in my pants. Oh, my nuts. It is really good. Albert Finney is superb in it. Hello! Hello, Hazel. I'm off work, am I? So I've not done it for ages. I need to catch up. And no, super teachers. Anyway, how are you, Hazel? Are you over? You're over the COVID? Was it was it terrible? Ba-da-ba-dum. You know you started to sound like now, Sarah, don't you? Oh bloody hell! So you weren't able to go and see her? Bloody hell! It's very true. I'd weigh a lot less though, that's for sure. Oh bloody hell, Hazel! Hello, Phil. Yeah, streaky stream. Did one this morning as well. Sneaky stream, sneaky stream. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm watching Saturday night, Sunday morning, Hazel. Nothing can bring her down no more than this film, to be fair. Ooh. She's a swivel-eyed get. Bloody hell. I did enjoy London. When we finally got back from our 40,000 hour train journey. And obviously sent the Canadian off to work today, so that's all good. It's the first time she's been in since she started a new job. She's been working from home. What's he going to get her here? Oh. Nice. Do you know? I was just gonna ask. Does Hazel approve your holidays? I mean that you do have to take Oscar to Dublin. Doesn't sound like too much of a terrible thing to have to do. Bloody hell. So my next door neighbour got it for the third time at the moment. It was my mum and dad's 46th last week. He's the manager in Hard Day's Night, the fellow who plays his cousin. It's true. Coppers are here. Oh yeah, nice. I saw you. You were outside the shop, weren't you? So just watch it. Hang on, what have I missed there? Oh, there we go. I missed this bit up here. How have I missed that? Oh, if it's always scouse. You don't hear it after a bit. Everyone at work goes. That's a great shot with the smoky background. It's a great view. Mm. Oh, Christ. Mm. I don't know, to be honest, Hazel. Um, I'm considering, you're lacking in content and podcasts. I'm considering having to knock the potential podcast on the head just because I've got so much other stuff like going on. So this might have to be the podcast. He's a proper miserable bastard. I don't know why anybody likes him. Waltzers. You can't beat a toothless, skinny lad spinning you around on the waltzers. Oh, Brenda's at the fair. She's going to spot him. There you go. I mean, what can you do? You get your nuts stuck in your teeth. You've got to pick them out. It's the only thing I've had to eat today. Spotted. I listened to the Paul Hollywood off menu the other day, and it was one of the funniest things I've ever listened to. Yeah, that's one of my usuals. I always forget about off menu. Yeah, I usually do. And then I do. But I forget to do that with off menu for some strange reason. Do 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 do. They're going to batter him. I thought you said you didn't have anything to listen to. I don't understand why he got on the ride with her. Have you timed yourself that it takes you exactly 30 minutes to make the sandwiches? Oh, I used to love Teddy Brooks when I was a teenager. I did the first 7 Shanaras and then stopped. But did really love them. And I read 4 to 7 before I went back and read 1 to 3. Yeah, it's alright. Oh, nice. They were always listed in my books, those, but I never got round to them. I don't think they had them in Chamleys in Lee. That's why I didn't read them. There you go. Now it's getting battered. Yeah, isn't it for sale? Exclamation mark. I do remember seeing them in the that author, also by this author. It's a rubbish fight. This. Picking me nuts again. I do. I've forgotten about that. It's good busted nose makeup though. Excuse me. Chambliss was ace. I could spend hours in Chambliss. See, he had great drunk acting earlier on, and now he's got great I've been battered acting. I've got nuts stuck, I think. Oh, I'll tell you what I've got. Stay there. I'm back. My mum was having a clear out
12 months ago. And found one of these. And kept it for me and asked me if I wanted it. And yes, I did. Look at that. Look at that. And there's a receipt in it as well. It can only be me. It's only me who bought stuff from Chandler's. And the receipt was 15th of September 2003. $6.99. So there you go. How ace is that? Look at it. Look how good it is. It's nearly 30 years old, that bag. Proper cool. My mum, not my nan. I don't know, I'll probably keep it. And then when I die, one of my nephews will throw it away. Along with most of my stuff that I buy now. Every time I buy something now, I just think, that's something for my nephews to throw away when I die. I'm not a member of any of those. People get on my nerves on them, going, oh, look at this. Wasn't it belting then when you could be racist and no one cared? They all love Grundy, so I don't worry about it. Doobie-doobie-doo-doo. And it's very much one of these films where very little really happens. But it is quite good. I can't. It'll probably break. It's that fragile. No, I've not. And get good wages. I don't even know what it is. What is it? Is it on like Facebook? Is it like a read out thing? We're up to 5 viewers. Hello, 5 viewers. I know 3 of you are, but the other 2 have no idea. Like I was a bitter muck. Have you just sent me that poem? Oh. Is it by anyone? Do I have to read it? Back in the days of Tanners and Bobs, when mothers had patience and fathers had jobs, because of course fathers don't have jobs anymore. When football team families wore hand-me-down shoes, what's the Beckhams, and TV gave only 2 channels to choose, so we're talking early 60s. Back in the days of 3 penny bits, that should say threepenny surely, if it was a proper... When schools employed nurses with big massive... No, to search for your nits. See, they missed out on a rhyme there, didn't they? When snowballs were harmless, ice slides were permitted, and all of your jumpers were warm and handed. Oh. Back in the days of hot ginger women, no beers, when children remain so for more than 6 years. When children respected what older folks said. Wow. I don't think I can read the rest. How's Betty these days? I only saw her 2 days ago when he got beaten up on the bloody. I hate stuff that's all. I hate stuff that's all. Wasn't it really great back in the olden days? Because it wasn't. It was rubbish. With Doreen. It was different. It was just different. Exactly. It wasn't better. It was just different. You didn't know any different, did you? You know what I mean? The people that go in, hey, when we were kids, we were always out playing, are the same people that complaining about all the gangs of kids wandering about the place. They've nothing better to do. They're just out playing. They're doing exactly what you were doing. That you're saying that none of them are doing. Everyone's supposed to be inside playing computer games all the time or watching the telly. Where are these kids coming from that are roaming the streets as gangs? Ah! did did you write it? If you wrote that, you're in trouble. They absolutely that, absolutely that. Or they think they just remember them being like lovely and never giving any cheek to anybody. Do you know what I mean? And it's like rubbish. I mean, I'm watching this set in the '60s with these 20-year-olds, bloody just as bad as anybody. Well, I've never been young enough to do that because I have to bend down too far to wash up. Is it still sore? You got some deep heat on it, Phil. There's not much longer to go. I don't even know what Raljex is. Look at you coming out with all your chemistry knowledge, you know. Should I say something to him? No, just looked at him and just moved her mouth a bit. There you go. I've missed this. This is what I've missed. Let me cut his thumb. No, Jack gonna batter him. She's all right. Ooh, dramatic. The it's lit, isn't it? Down the side, Hazel. It was dark when we was it? No, it might not have been. I know it might not have been dark when we left that time. Certainly dark when I've left previously. Oh yeah, it is wobbly and dark in the car park. I would probably agree with Hazel there. Or wear a smaller heel. He's caught a fish. That's bound to be a little bit of foreshadowing of him getting engaged. Do 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 do.
New house for the bathroom. Because he's a prick. Ba-dee-ba-da-boo. Bit of jazz. See, that wasn't anything like Take My Breath Away by Berlin. Ba-dee-da-dee-doo. I think that's going to be it. It is. The end. It was good. Not much happened, but it was incredibly watchable. Dee doo 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 ba doo doo doo. Dee 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 dee. I did like that. And Hilda Baker was fantastic in it. Right. Well, thank you very much for joining me. Nice to nice to say hello. No, I know. I don't think it was only me watching, so there'll be no scoring. So the plan is, I do a couple more cheeky ones this week, but I'm thinking of doing some horror on Saturday, because it's Halloween weekend, isn't it? So we're thinking of doing Hereditary. It'll be after Strictly. And then possibly I might do The Hills Have Eyes myself later on. 800 by Saturday, definitely. So I'll see you all soon. Have a lovely rest of your Tuesday. Tomorrow morning, I'm on a speed awareness course. Bye everyone, see you soon, bye!